How's it going, man? Yes, I'm just trying to speak with the gentleman in the house, please.
That's my husband. What you need him for?
His daughter is here to see him.
Oh? Oh, no, she can't come in here. She's not allowed.
Daddy.
No, she's not allowed.
Daddy, she won't let me talk to you.
No, that's
She won't let me
Maria.
speak to you. It's Maria.
Get out of here.
It's Maria. He can't. Daddy.
So here's the situation. A woman had to call the police on her father's new wife, who is reportedly battling dementia. According to reports, the stepmother has been refusing to let her husband's children see or even speak with their father. Now, this has created serious tension because while dementia is a devastating condition that can cause confusion, paranoia, and even aggression, it's also being alleged that the father's children are being unfairly cut off from their dad. Think about that. Imagine trying to visit your own parent, only to be blocked at the door by someone who isn't fully capable of making rational decisions.
She don't want to call the police.
No, Daddy, she won't let me see you or talk to you. Daddy, I had to fly out here to see you.
Wait a minute.
Ma'am.
Daddy, I had to fly out.
Hold tight.
Open the door, ma'am.
Wait, I will. Go inside.
That's my husband.
Okay.
Go away. Wait a minute. Don't take.
She cannot come in this house.
Wait a minute.
That's fine. She's not coming in the house. That's fine.
I just want to see my
Get
dad.
off the steps then.
All right, wait a minute.
Just step
Tell
up.
her to get off the
Get
steps.
behind me.
She's up the step already.
Thank you.
Get behind me.
She cannot come in this house.
That's fine. You can come outside, right?
She's a
I'll
troublemaker.
go outside. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the problem is. What is the problem?
Or don't come here.
Daddy, listen to me, please.
I don't know what the problem is.
You don't even know who she is.
Daddy, you know me.
No, she don't.
I know you.
doesn't.
I'm
Will you
not
tell the
blind.
police officer who I am?
Yeah,
Because
I
she
know
said
you
I'm
did.
not your daughter.
It's my daughter.
So what is the issue?
First of all, I've been with my husband for 8 years. This woman has not contacted him in the 8 years. I contacted them. My husband has dementia, right? He was married before. They had not contacted. I contacted them when I got with my husband. I told her, no, she ever come here because she's a troublemaker. My husband has dementia. He don't even remember none of these kids. But they have not.
They're still his kids, right?
They have not contacted him in 8, probably longer than that. The first time, ask her how long she been here. I was there my first time seeing her in 8 years.
Okay.
Before that, he hasn't seen her. You know? So, she's troublemaker. I don't know these people. You don't know me either. He can't tell you nothing about her. Ask him.
Well, if he has dementia, then why am I?
Too. I guarantee I just told
Jackie.
this officer,
Jackie.
you can come here all you want to.
Jackie.
You will not come to this house again.
I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna. Wait a minute.
See, she won't let me in to see you. So
Oh no,
not
you
trouble-
can't come in here. So you don't charge trouble to me, call me, don't police on me, honey.
California. What's wrong?
I don't give a who, you can't come here. Honey, she can't come here, and I told you that.
You're my daughter. She's telling
Yup.
you I can't come here.
Exactly, I'm his wife, and we live here. This is our home. This is not yours.
I don't know. I have to ask the officer. You have right to say that she can't live here now. Because there's two of us that do not live here.
That's right.
And it's,
You're allowed to see who you want to see, and you're allowed to let anybody in your house, and you're allowed to let anybody
that's,
in.
I would assume that.
You are on the right.
But
If you
because she's
wanna-
causing
if you
us
wa-
trouble,
No, she's causing you trouble.
yeah, she's causing me trouble, hon. So that way she got to stay out. And I'm gonna get her the letter stating that if she comes up here, she can come and see you, but she gotta see you on the outside, hon.
Daddy,
She
how
cannot
about
come
I
in
take you to
here.
Golden Corral and we talk? How about we go eat?
Oh no, you cannot take my husband
It's
anywhere.
a grown man.
You
see,
can't.
that's a problem over here.
Right.
You see, she wants something, you want something. You want, wait a minute. See, you don't want to hear. You don't want to listen now because you've been talking, and she's been talking. I've been listening.
You gotta put this stuff in your head.
You're the one who's talking. I'm talking now. You don't even let me talk. You see, and she over there talking. I don't say nothing because you got to do say what you got to say. I don't know what the problem is there. she's my daughter. I have to respect my daughter. I have to respect my wife. No?
First of all, respecting your wife is listening to your wife first before your daughter. Yes.
Well, the Maryland law says children before
see that?
I don't know about
Did you put this stuff in your head, hon?
No. I mean, okay. I reverse it just to make it feel better. I have to respect my wife. I have to respect my daughter because I'm a respectful person and I respect people.
That's right. We make decisions on our
That's
together.
Right, but this business about this,
but this decision that you're making not letting her come in the house is by yourself.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
he wants to see her. So how are you saying that you guys make decisions together?
I do not.
And you're saying that she
Because
can't
before
come
she
in the
came
house.
here, me and my husband discussed this, and he said yes, she cannot come in here. Me and him discussed this, but we had that problem that day when the police came.
When was that?
Yes, we did a couple of weeks ago. When the police came, I told him right in front of my husband, she cannot come here in this house. I told him if she wanted, he could still outside, but she cannot come in here. He would agree to it. That's what was. Yeah, we discussed it. I don't tell my husband what to do.
I forget things.
We discussed
I forget things, but I don't separate
So it's real
people.
easy.
So it is.
Oh, you called me a bitch in front of my dad?
Hey,
Man, not even-
why don't you people both shut up? I might have gone through sickness. I've been through war. I've been going to Vietnam. I got messed up. And I'm trying to straighten my mind up. You know, not straightening it up, but take more control of my mind rather than saying, "Oh yeah, I was a nah man," and that was crap. You know, and that. No, I was a nah. I was proud to be a nah, and that's what the country wanted me to do. You know, if I would have died there, I would have died there.
Now, are you seeing somebody at the VA hospital? Are you talking to anybody?
No, nobody physically. No physical like psychiatry.
Mm-hmm. Like a doctor or something?
I don't go to the hospital. I don't have. I'm not sick in a way that way.
Okay.
This thing.
Here's the update. The daughter didn't just have to call the police on her father's new wife, who suffers from dementia. She had to take her to court. Why? Because things went way beyond blocking family visits. The daughter discovered that her father, who actually owns his home outright and has it fully paid off, was suddenly behind on his bills. That didn't add up. After digging deeper, she learned that the new wife was allegedly draining her father's finances, robbing him of his hard-earned money. This is heartbreaking. We're talking about an elderly man living in his own house, suddenly at risk because the person closest to him, the one supposed to be caring for him, was mismanaging or even stealing his money. It shows just how vulnerable older adults can be when dementia, guardianship, and finances collide.
This thing's a mental thing between these people who don't want, and want me to not even have to say one way or the other whether I think is right or wrong, or what you want, don't want, and it shouldn't be. If people's family within families, people respect one another as being family. And who they're with and what they would like to do or not like to do. She really shouldn't be telling me what I should do. I think she thinks she owns me. I think she thinks she took the time to do what she wanted to do to become an owner to me too. And it doesn't work that way, you know. Do I look sick to you? Do I look like I can't take care of myself? No. Do I look like I don't respect to be her with her? I love her. I love people, period. If a bum come over here and ask me for some money, I love you, I'll give him whatever I can give him. So I love people to help people.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the fact that I did speak to my father today. And he's not happy. He's not happy at all. His question to me was, why didn't you call me before you did this? And unfortunately, I couldn't explain it to him because she was, yelling in the background every time I would try and tell him that I have tried to call him. She would just be screaming, lying bitch, lying bitch, lying bitch. So right now, she has him thinking that not only do I not see him, but I'm also just trying to embarrass him. So he's a little mad. I can't have any time to actually talk to him because, of course, he's on speakerphone. And he doesn't really understand the whole thing that's going on with this whole TikTok thing. He just knows that, there's a tape out there of him, and his wife is angry right now, and I'm the cause, according to her, of his anger. I have been able to get to the bottom of her. I don't contact him. The only way she allows me to contact him is postcards and letters. I'm not traveling, and I'm not in the penitentiary, so I don't see why that has to be the only way I can contact him. But the biggest thing is how this started, and we're going to go through that again because we went through it yesterday, but I was fumbling all over the place. This started with, it actually started years ago with when my sister first went and got my dad from Florida after his initial wife died. I'm sorry, Baltimore. She lives in Florida. She picked him up and she took him to Florida, and he made his way back to Baltimore, and but his house was debilitated. So my sister actually called in elderly agencies that helped him build his house, and at that point, Jackie had moved him away from the house because it couldn't be lived in, and we lost contact again with him. That we put out a silver alert. There was a missing person for him. Then in 2021, I get a call out of the blue that she, your dad is getting sicker, and I want his family around him. So if you can, how do I do this? Hold on, it wants me to. Oh no, that's not what I'm doing. Okay. His family should be around him, and so I was glad. I was actually glad because I always knew where he lived, but once she moved him, there was just nowhere for me to show up and with the police the way I did at his house. I've spoken to a lawyer before this. Without a diagnosis, I can't really do anything, and he hasn't been to the doctor. She diagnosed him. I don't think my father is to the point of anyone having a guardianship over him, but at the same time, because I can't contact him and there's no way to directly speak to him, I'm trying to get visitation through the courts, and that's my main goal. And then if he gets to the point where his memory does get worse and he does need that, then I'll file for guardianship because I wouldn't want him to go to a nursing home. But that's down the line. Right now, I just want to be able to have regular contact between a father and a daughter, and she won't allow it. So back to my, how we got to where we are. We spoke via Facebook Messenger since January 2021. It was more me call, and then I'll get a call. And I was happy with that. Although my wife was like, something's up with her. I was like, I'm not the type to rock the boat. She's letting me talk to daddy, whatever. Even though it was still at her, delivery. I would speak to him. The last time I actually had a FaceTime with him was Father's Day of 2022. We spoke for about an hour and a half. After that, we actually had talked about them visiting California to see me because he wanted to see me and everything. And then I got nothing. Radio silence. Nothing. I would call her and then she just would not answer. So I finally texted her on her phone, and she said, she was polite and she was in the hospital, this, that, and the other thing. And I would talk to my dad when I came home, and I just didn't understand that because she's in the hospital. Who was there with my dad? And she couldn't answer that. Just that I could speak to my father when she got home. And Lord, she just was adamant that I could not speak to him. So I said, I'm gonna do a well check. She in the hospital. I'm going to check on my dad. So when I called the police, the officer checked on my dad, and Jackie was home. So the whole time she kept telling me she had just got moved out of the ICU and she wasn't home. She's trying to, get better. It was just her not letting me talk to my dad. But when I sent the police over there, that's when all hell broke loose. It was over from there. Yeah, and I do a well check to him often. You know, that's the only way I could see if he was doing okay. That's what she was talking about in the video when she was talking about 2 weeks ago. That 2 weeks ago was the well check that I did after she had told me that she just got out of ICU and, you know, I couldn't speak to him until she got home. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing in that house. That just, she just would not let me in. But there's actually more to the story. I'm going to release more of the clip. There's more stuff coming, you know, out of her mouth that, you know, will help you understand it a little bit more. But for now, it's pretty much the same thing that she's been saying, just more lies, just more disgusting stuff. You know, I'm just going to put it in 3 minutes at a time. So that's how we're doing this. But she eventually told me once the police left, you want to play games? You will not speak to your father again. And then she started with he doesn't know you. He doesn't, you know, you're harassing me, you know, via text message. So that's why I flew out there. Because she told me if I came to her house, she would call the police on me and she would put restraining orders on me. So I'm like very time efficient. Why wait for the police to come? I brought them with me. So that's how this whole thing started. You guys got to think about it. If I really didn't see my dad for 8 years, why would I go through all that? Why? I wouldn't even, you know? I feel bad. I want to put my brother out there, but he was on my Facebook post anyway. He gave up trying. He gave up calling, you know, because she wouldn't respond. She's doing this to all of us. It's not just me. I'm just the crazy one. You know, I'm just the one that is going to fly, you know, all night to show up at his door with the police just to see him and be able to talk to him. And that rolled up paper was all the text messages that she sent me. All of them. Telling me that I'm not his daughter. See, that's what she would tell the police. Every time they came, she would say, I don't know these people. Those are not his daughters. That is not his daughter. So I came with birth certificate in hand. I came with everything I needed to make sure that she couldn't get in the way of that visit. But she got in the way of the visit. Thank you. I mean, I am a little cray-cray. You guys really get to know me, but, you know, you guys find that out later. I've called Adult Protective Services several times. I've even had a personal friend actually try and have them investigate the financial part of it, but they're like, I don't have any proof. I have these videos now, but this all just happened this weekend. So, you know, I'm trying to soak it all in, get over some of the emotionalness of it all. Because I don't know if y'all know what it's like to see yourself crying. That, you know, even when I still, you know, the videos pop up or I'm going to the comments, I can't even listen to it anymore. So this is a lot. So everything she's saying is a lot. You know, I'm very close to my dad. I have been close to my dad. You know, I'm trying to soak it all in, get over some of the emotionalness of it all. Because I don't know if y'all know what it's like to see yourself crying. That, you know, even when I still, you know, the videos pop up or I'm going to the comments, I can't even listen to it anymore. So this is a lot. So everything she's saying is a lot. You know, I'm very close to my dad. I have been close to my dad all my life. All of my siblings know it. You know, you want to call me a favorite, you can call me a favorite. I'm his twin. Everything about me is a lot like him. Even though he doesn't understand why I did this right now, one day when he does figure out the entire truth of this, he's going to know that I went through hell and high water just to see him. And that's the message I need him to understand. But right now he says done. He is mad at me. I am lying on his wife. I am making her look bad. He's not happy. He's really not happy. And that's not what I intended. So, you know, I look at it like this. I wasn't going to see my dad or speak to my dad. Guess what? After this TikTok, I actually spoke to my dad. Mad or not, I spoke to him. But I wasn't going to speak to him, period. Now, if he's mad at me and he goes to his grave without ever speaking to me again, as much as that would hurt me, the entire world will know it was because of her. That's just where we're at. So, because Jackie is still gaslighting my dad into believing that I want nothing to do with him and I'm just trying to embarrass him, I'm going to continue my crusade, and I'm going to continue to leak out all her stupidity. And, you know, that's what I'm going to continue to do. Until she comes clean with my father and admits what she's done and actually tells him it was my fault that you haven't seen your daughter. It was all of this was my fault. Y'all gonna hear every stupid, ignorant word that she says. 3 minutes at a time. So, thank you. I really appreciate the support. They're in Baltimore. You know, I'm not going to give the address. Please, I'm asking everybody. I get it. You know, I don't want any harm to come to her. I don't want that on my heart. I don't want that on my soul. You know, it's kind of funny because all of my sisters were really nervous about, the sisters and brothers that know me are nervous about me going there, because they thought I was just gonna kick the door in and just grab her out, you know. But we're getting older, you know. We're trying to do this a better way. So I think that's the best way. And I actually spoke to the officer today. I let him know that, you know, he is quite the fan, you know, has quite a fan base from these videos. I asked him if we could do a live together. He did say he doesn't know if he's allowed to do that in an official capacity, but he appreciates the warm wishes, and he appreciates, you know, you guys appreciating his de-escalation, because he was awesome. Yes, I'm going to continue fighting for him whether he wants me to or not, because he's going to get older and he's going to still be there. And there's going to be a point in time when the judge is going to have to say who has him. And these videos are going to say, he can't stay with her. I wouldn't put nobody in her care. So this is what she did to herself. If I have to buy a house in Baltimore and get someone to, you know, I can't live there. It's sweltering, but I'll go there a few times a year. But you know, my dad's a veteran, so he can get help, in-house, in-home help, anything he needs from the VA. But he doesn't drive anymore, so how's he going to get there? You know, so she's not even taking him. Thank you, I appreciate it. I can barely see you guys' names, so forgive me, but you know, I appreciate your well wishes for what I'm going through, and I just want to make sure that I keep you guys updated, that the fight is still on. Yeah, Jackie's going to have to come clean. She's going to have to admit it, or, you know, because I'm trying to take this nation to the news. Because if my dad sees it on the news, he may understand it. Right now, all he knows is what she's telling her. He don't have no TikTok. He hasn't seen these videos. He probably doesn't have a clear memory of what happened. He remembers I came and there was an uproar, but he definitely doesn't have the type of memory that is going to allow him to remember the details of it, you know, the controllingness of her. So she's not showing it, and I know she ain't got TikTok either. So I'm gonna tell a little message to her daughter, the one who said that I should, as a woman, I should have never shown up to her house unannounced. And kind of got bashed a little bit on Facebook for that. You know, tell your mother to stop, because I'm not going to. Tell her she better tell him everything. She better show him all the calls. She better show him all the texts, because I'm not going to stop. And everybody's dropping names into the shade room, and I'm hoping they pick up this story, because I want her to go to the grocery store, and the people say, bagging her groceries, tell her, you really need to let that girl see her daddy. that's how bad I want this to go, so that my dad understands that all I want to do is see him, and she's not gonna let it happen. It is my dad's house, but my dad's very respectful, because he did tell me today that if she doesn't want me at her house, I have to respect that. But I couldn't talk to him long enough to tell him, well, what about your house? Because she was just in the background calling me out of my name. Y'all know who she is. Y'all done seen her. So you can only imagine anytime I tried to tell him the truth, what she was doing, which was trying to refute it with a lie. Daddy said everything in the dark will come to light, and I believe that. So all of this will come to light too. Jackie, you're mad, but I tell you one thing, I got a phone call from you. TikTok did that. So, and it's going to keep doing more. And we're going to get this all together. We're going to do this all together. I know y'all see how, that's what I don't understand. Like, how am I lying on her? She told my dad I'm lying on her on TikTok. I'm lying on her to the world. How am I lying on her? And I'm just showing y'all the video. That lady knows me well. She knows me because me and my dad, we sing. I sing to him. His favorite song that I've been singing to him since, I was a child. So she knows the closeness. And when he started talking about coming to visit me, that's when it all stopped. And I kind of wish that it didn't happen. Like, we never talked about it, just kept that FaceTime video, but she was still controlling that as well. So, yeah. Oh, I got more videos coming out. Y'all, I just gotta cut them out. I didn't even own TikTok, honestly, until this crusade. So, I'm going to get those out to you. I wanted to give you a live update because I actually talked to my dad, and it was because of this, and it was because of y'all, because y'all harassed, y'all serious. You let her know that you're not appreciating what she's doing, and she's mad, and she knows that she's viral. So, I'm going to keep you updated, and, I'm going to let you go for the night. Wait for the next piece of the video. Like I said, there's so much more disgusting stuff, and I'll definitely get it out to you guys. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your well wishes for me and my dad, even though he's mad at me, and I'm a little annoyed because he never tell her stop calling her a bitch or shut up. So it's like, you're just going to let her call me out my name. So kind of annoyed with him a little bit right now, just a little tiny bit, but I love him too much to be mad for too long. So I know you don't. Yeah, well, it's my dad. I mean, and she just came into his life after sitting next to him in a casino and spinning up all her chips, and he gave her some of his. That's how this all started. He was lonely. His wife just died. His wife of 40 years had just died, and they loved the casino. She met him there. I know she doesn't look my age, but she is only a couple of years older than me, so, and I know my dad is a gorgeous man for a 77-year-old or for a 67-year-old, but in your 50s, you shouldn't be, dating men with dementia or. Okay, so there seems to be a lot of people who do not understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. This is the last time I spoke to my father. June 19th, 2022, a video chat for 52 minutes and then another one for 25 minutes. And for those that don't believe that this is even Jackie's, here's my message. Hi, Jackie. I wanted to wish the best father in the world a happy Father's Day. If you can't get back to me today, can you pass that message on? Now, this is June 19th, 2022. It's 2023. So we ain't talking about 8 years. And these messages actually go back, video messages, video calls, both, there you go. Back. So the first time she reached out to me again was in July 2021, and I had a relationship with my father for that entire time. Now, the next part is how we got here. No one seems to understand that. So we're going to go ahead and go on to the text. There we go. Jackie. Let's take it all the way to the beginning. So, after trying to reach out to her on FaceTime, she did eventually text me, and then here are the text. I'm just going to go ahead and read it for those guys that are getting dressed or whatever, but I'm going to keep it right here in front of you. Hi, Maria. I'm in the hospital. I've been in ICU for the last week. Jess was moved to a regular room today, doing better. Your father is well. I will tell him you called when I talk to him. I will let you know when I'm home from the hospital. So I respond, okay, thank you. I thought you were going to give my number to your daughter so that he can still speak to me when you're not there. I didn't hear anything. So that was July 10th. I did reach out to her again, July 22nd. Hi, Jackie. I'm starting to worry about both of you. So I'm booking a flight out there to check on Daddy. Then I got a response. Hello, I'm still in the hospital. Your father is fine. Today, I told you I will inform you when I'm home. So I responded, I'm glad you're okay. I understand that. But every day that goes by, I risk him forgetting me. It's been over a month since I spoke with him. Surely you can understand my concern. To which she responds, again, I will resume communication when I get home. I will tell him you said hello. Have a good day. So I responded, okay, hopefully you get home before I land. Feel better. And this is when Little Nasty first started. I'm sorry you're wasting your time. You will not see your father unless I'm home, and we do not see anyone unless they're invited. So I hope you enjoy your time in Baltimore. I was a little taken aback. So I did say you wouldn't let me see him. You wouldn't let him see me. I thought everything was fine. I'm completely blindsided. I will wait until you get home to speak with my father. While I thought we were family, I see you make the rules. I will fall back. Then she says, I didn't say you couldn't see him. I'm saying don't show up at our home uninvited, especially when I'm not home. I already told you I will resume communication when I get home. I have no problem with you talking with your father or seeing him. So I said, I have never been uninvited to my dad's house. You said he wanted to hug me. I understand what's going on. If I have to kiss your ass to maintain a relationship, that's what I will do. No need to explain anymore. I will wait for you to let me see and talk to my dad. Have a good day. So she goes on to say, you don't need to kiss my ass. I will not call you anymore on behalf of my husband. Send him letters, cards, pictures. I'll make sure that he gets them. If you want to come to our home to see him, let me know through text and I'll let him know. Other than that, don't call my phone anymore. I don't have time or want your drama. So I'm still trying to, be nice. Jackie, I don't want drama. I just wanted to talk to Daddy. You have never been mean to me before, so I was taken aback. This will hurt Daddy. You know he enjoys talking to me. But if that's how you feel, I understand. You told me you would never let him forget me. I'm just hurt knowing that we cannot have constant communication. If you don't want me to call, I won't. And Daddy will just forget his family. I didn't think you wanted that. So now y'all know she mean, but she did really start this sentence with, I'm not mean to anyone. I'm one of the nicest people you could ever meet. I stay away and disconnected myself from you because you act like you don't understand when I say, when I get home, I will resume contact with your father. I've always kept my word. I told you he is fine. I never had a problem with you, but when I'm here in the hospital trying to get well, I don't need added stress, and you're giving it to me. He will only forget in God's hands. I'm so sorry you don't know who I am to him. She said, really? Want to go there? Here's where the 8 years started, y'all. I've been with my husband for 8 years and never laid eyes on you. Not understanding what FaceTime is, but okay. And neither has he until I reached out on Facebook to look for you. Please don't use God. God blessed Carlos with a family after Martha died so he wouldn't be alone like he was when I met him. So excuse if I don't know who you are. I'm done. My husband and I will continue to live our lives in peace. He's happy. I'm happy. That's all that matters to me. So I said, okay, thank you for everything. But I decided I'm going to call my dad. I'm going to call the police and do a welfare check because she's in the hospital. She don't really know how he's doing. And I sent the police there. At that time, she was at the house, y'all. At the house. That is when everything went downhill. Her next text. You want to play games? You ever step foot in front of my home and you will be met by the police. My husband don't know you. The officer asked when the last time he spoke to you. He said today and said you were in the hospital. You are a stranger. I am my husband's keeper and his protector from people he don't know. So I say you're also a liar because you're home. I meant to say I'm sorry you don't know who you're dealing with. It's a good thing I have a birth certificate with his name on it. You will never disprove that I am his daughter. You're not his daughter. He has no memory of you. And I don't know you. Stop harassing us. If you contact my phone again, I will take these texts to the police and make sure to get every restraining order in place against you. Goodbye. So now you guys know why I grabbed the flight, called the police to see my dad. Please don't say anything else in my comments about why you ain't been there for 8 years and why you only went to see him once and all that stuff. This is all Jackie. This is Jackie stopping me from seeing my dad. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey guys, so I have an update since the last video. I know it's been a long time, but I had to move in silence. I was able to get an APS case against Jackie for financial exploitation. She would never produce my dad, so that ended up going to the state's attorney's office. But it gets better. Today's June 26th. It's about 6 o'clock on Monday. On Friday, the 23rd of June, I got a call from a homeless clinic in Baltimore. Apparently, Daddy was dropped off there by his wife. Someone called me because they didn't feel comfortable sending him back there, considering he had no key and he was just sitting there for hours. Wow, it was crazy. Once they called me, they were able to call the police. We were able to get him in a hospital. Once he was in a hospital, he said he didn't remember if he married Jackie or if he was told he was married to her. So right now, I am the sole decision maker. Now, I'm not just sitting here just telling you guys. I am on my way to the airport. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down to Baltimore, and you guys are going to have to follow me for the reunion, but tomorrow morning, I'm going to see my dad again.
My last trip to LAX. I'm leaving as 3. Hopefully I'll come back as 4.
Okay, we're finally boarded. I'm tired, but at least I got a window seat. See you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, I hate having to come to you right now. Everyone was so happy about our reunion, and for some reason I didn't want that to end. Yesterday, Jackie showed up at the hospital with a marriage certificate. They're still waiting to verify if it's real, but at that time she put us at the hospital. We're unable to call him or visit him now that she's back in the picture, basically. My dad was livid.
He was so angry. But I don't believe it's over. I don't believe it's over. I still have an appointment with a lawyer, and I'm still going for guardianship, and there's no one in this world that could tell me that she could get away with abusing him, and there's nothing anyone could do. So the fight isn't over, but I'm not with my dad anymore. So here we go again.
What's up? Okay, I got an update for you guys. A lot has gone on since the last time we spoke, but we're in court. We finally found a couple of 2 lawyers actually that are representing me right now. Jackie did exactly what we expected her to do, which was disappear. She's moved my dad from his house. She changed her phone number. She even has someone else staying at her house. We'll talk about that at a later date. But when the court date finally came, we went through everything to try and serve her. She wouldn't answer the door. We got permission from the court to post it on the door, and there was an affidavit from the proof of service that they had been there several times, where they even put markers on the door so that were actually messed up. So the judge allowed us to use the postings as her service. That was the biggest part about it, because we knew she was gonna like leave the house and then be like on some, find me if you can type of shit. But when the court date came, what she didn't know is that my lawyers found her new number. So this is the best part of the whole thing. The judge called her on her new number, and she answered, picked up the phone. So you can't say you don't know nothing about court when you're on the phone with the judge, right? So now she has no choice but to, let my dad speak to his lawyer and everything, which she did. He got a chance to speak to his lawyer. He agreed to an evaluation. And then all of a sudden, Jackie went ghost again. Follow me for part 2. I'll tell you the rest. Okay, so since October 20th, we've had a court date on October 26th. We had a status conference on November 3rd today, and our next court date is November 7th. The reason why is because on October 26th, after the judge spoke to Jackie on the 20th of October, she was supposed to show up and actually show cause. She did not. So on October 26th, she was a failure to appear. At that time, the judge actually gave an order stating that she has to give me access to my father in order to facilitate his evaluation, which again, he agreed to, and we already have the doctors picked out and everything. The status conference today was because I think everybody kind of knew, her MO is disappearing and not answering phones and things of this nature. So we wanted to see if she was actually going to stick to that. At that point, we still didn't know where she was at. She wouldn't give an address to the judge. She wouldn't give her email address to the judge. She wouldn't give any kind of information. So my dad's attorney did find an email address and was able to send the orders to her for today's hearing, which of course she didn't show up to. So since she has until the 6th of November to allow me access to my dad for evaluation, we set the next court date to the 7th of November. So in a couple of days, she will be kind of being in contempt of court. So can't wait to tell you what's going on after that next court date. So you guys hold on.
Hey guys, so to answer this question, no, he did not get evaluated. And not only did I find out that he didn't get evaluated, but I also found out that his lawyers were filing to dismiss the case in Maryland because they had moved from Maryland to North Carolina. In the beginning, we didn't know exactly where in North Carolina, but of course I did find out. So my lawyer had gotten me a lawyer in North Carolina, and I retained her. She took the case and she filed last week. The beautiful thing about it is that she filed the case with a motion to appoint an interim guardian to, have someone, oversee him right now, even though the case is in June, the hearing's in June. But so he was served yesterday, so we don't have any problems with that. And they were at the hearing today, and my dad completely lit up when he saw me. Of course, Jackie turned off the camera and said, "We're not here for that." So, but the judge forced her to turn it back on because everyone had to be on camera. That was part of the case. She didn't need to be on camera. She's not part of the case. So, she's just his chauffeur at the moment. But, so it was continued for another week and a half, and we'll find out whether or not he gets that guardian. But this case is moving forward, and she got her first taste of not having control of the narrative or what happens, because there's a judge making a decision now, or a clerk, or whoever makes a decision in that jurisdiction, but it's in their hands. So this has been a long road, but we've gotten a long way. So you guys stay with me. I'm sure that you guys are going to see that reunion video soon. Hey guys, I'm not feeling so well today, but I wanted to give you this update. We had trial yesterday for an interim guardian, and the judge appointed an interim guardian. She found conclusive evidence that my father is in imminent danger with Jackie. So I am looking forward to getting to North Carolina, being there in time for the trial next month, which is for me to get guardianship. But of course they got to, investigate me as well, which is fine. But for right now, there is no more Jackie having control of anything when it comes to my father. So I would consider this a win of a battle, not necessarily the war, because we still have a whole trial to go through. But someone's listening now, and that's all I really wanted. Jackie is fighting the annulment. Let's get into her response. First, she's denying that this marriage was based on fraud and my dad's incompetence. And she tried to get spousal support, but it seemed to have been crossed out with her initials. So no, she's not getting any of that. And her request is have Mr. Carlos returned to the home he shared with Miss Jacqueline. That's what she wants the court to do, the divorce court. Okay. And then we have a request for a termination of the nullity case and to allow her to have phone contact with my dad. Yeah, that's not happening. But let me tell you exactly what she says in her request. She says, Mr. Carlos is not aware of this nullity. Miss Antonia is Mr. Carlos' legal guardian of 1 year. It's in her handwriting, so it's kind of hard to read. She has her own agenda on how to care for Mr. Carlos. I have asked on several occasions, can I speak with him? And the response was that I was an abuser, stole his money, and also she thinks it would be detrimental to his health. That's a big word for Jackie, huh? If he sees me. She is using the fact that he was deemed incompetent, so by that way, she don't have to discuss or tell him anything about what is going on. She needs to be investigated. Okay,
So, y'all tell me what you think. Does this sound like a divorce response, or does this sound like she's trying to relitigate the guardianship?
Mistaken, because I got my wife and I, we have our own dollars. But my job now is to protect his money because she was taking it all. And every single month there was a negative balance. So every single month she had him in a negative. And there's no reason for him to be anywhere near the negative when he had a house that he owned and no real bills that had to be paid. So she was just stealing from him. But she was laying the groundwork because it's in the medical records how bad his dementia was getting. They would have, she was laying it out. They have it in the medical records that she had taken over his finances. She had taken over his bill payments, which works for me because right now I'm fighting some bills that she stopped paying. And